Thank you, David.
The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.
And good afternoon and welcome to Joe Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee for today's State Class B Amateur Baseball Tournament. The Champlin Park LoGators taking on the Miesville Mudhens. Miesville, a perennial power, a 7-time state champion, and they last won titles in 2016 and 2017. And then they got beat by Chan in the 2018 title game 7-4. They didn't make it to the championship 1 year ago, but one of the teams to beat year in and year out in Class B baseball, the Miesville Mudhens. In that final Class B poll, they're ranked number 6, 14-7 in this abbreviated season. They take on a very good Champlin Park LoGator team. LoGator is now 24-9 this year, finished 10-4 in the strong Metro Mini behind the Blaine Fusion and the Coon Rapids Redbirds. Blaine knocked off on their way to the state tournament by St. Michael. St. Michael, of course, fell to two-time defending champ Chanhassen on opening weekend, and Coon Rapids was knocked off by these Miesville Mudhens 5-0 last Sunday in the early game here at the Joe. Steve Thompson along with camera operator Phil McLaughlin. A great day for a ball game, and we'll have all three of them from Shakopee today. Coming up at 4, Elko and Cold Spring, and then Dundas takes on the Moorhead Brewers. 2 games tomorrow here from the Joe. It'll be Chanhassen against the winner of this game at 1 o'clock, followed by the Elko Cold Spring winner taking on the Dundas Moorhead Brewers winner at 4 o'clock. Miesville will be the home team. Let's set the Mudhens defensively. In the outfield, from left to right, Max Morris, Joey Werner in center, Austin Ledoux in right. Around the infield, Derek Marks at third, Max Gam at shortstop, Tanner Vavra at second base, and Ronnie Sweeney returns to the team. He wasn't available on opening weekend. He is at first base. Nate Hammis behind the plate, Jacob Dickmeyer on the mound, and Dickmeyer dominant in that shutout win over Coon Rapids on opening weekend. Meanwhile, for the Champlin Park LoGators, they'll go this way. Jack Pooter plays in center field. He'll bat first. Batting second, DH Ryan Bruns. Batting third, the catcher Matt Merrick. Batting cleanup in right field, Ethan Mackey. Batting fifth at first, Reed Connolly. Batting sixth at second base, John Koenig. Batting seventh at shortstop, Bryce Nelson. Batting eighth at third base, Dylan Wilson. And in left field, Levi Brenning batting ninth. And we are ready to go here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. Thanks so much for joining us. And we're going to get started a little early. 12:59 on the clock, first pitch. And Dickmeyer's pitch, a swing and a miss by Pooter. Pooter 2 for 3 with 2 RBI. Pooter from Blaine hits one out toward short, but it's grabbed by Gam. Gam stabs it, one away. Soft liner out to short. And that's going to bring up Ryan Bruns, a DH, 1 for 2 in the turning opener, and a victory over the Victoria Vics. The LoGators pound the Vics 12-2 in 7 innings in that ball game. And that was late night on Saturday night. That game was scheduled for 8. It didn't start till after 9. Strike 1 and strike 2. Dickmeyer, 9 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts and a walk, and here's a solid single to left. That's Bruns with a 1-out single. Then I bring up catcher and head coach Matt Merrick. 1 for 3 and a run for Merrick, second leading hitter for the LoGators. And this guy is ultra organized. During the regular year, he put up some big numbers. 392, second leading hitter on the team. Of course, Sam Riola, shortstop, their leading hitter, not available. He's away at college. Strike one. And that's one of the things that makes Jake Dickmeyer so good is the volume of strikes he throws. He's going to be around the zone. 1 on, 1 away, top of the first, LoGators and Mudhens. Here's one hit by first base. That'll go down the first base line. All the way around second, headed for third, goes Bruns. That is a single for Merrick. And he snuck it by Ronnie Sweeney. So 2 hits in a row. And the LoGators in business off Dickmeyer with runners at the corners and their cleanup hitter, Ethan Mackey. Mackey, 3 for 4, 2 runs, playing in right field today. Mackey from Champlin went to Legacy Christian over the river in Anoka. And then on to Gustavus, a swing and a miss there and a curveball. Strike 1 to Ethan Mackey. He's got an opportunity here. And there's another curveball up high, 1-1. Well, a good start for the LoGators against a very tough customer in Dickmeyer. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. And his off-speed command is a thing of beauty. Mackey, a good hitter. In game 1, and he strikes out there, 2 away. Mackey couldn't figure out the breaking stuff, and now it's going to bring up number 5 hitter, Reed Conley at first base. Conley, another good hitter, 0 for 4, and that win over the Vicks on the opening weekend here. Conley 262 during the season, 21 RBI, struck out 21 times, and there's strike 1. So Dickmeyer, the back-to-back singles to Bruns and Merrick. Runners at the corners now, 2 away. And he's ahead in the count. What else? There's one fouled off, and now 0-2, and he settles into a groove. Dickmeyer from Woodbury, not a big guy, 5'7", 170 pounds, but he has phenomenal control of those off-speed pitches. I wouldn't call him an overpowering guy, but his curveball and changeup are about as good as you're going to see anywhere in the state. Runner goes, and a swing and a miss. Conley strikes out. Second strikeout of the inning for Dickmeyer. So Champlin Park, no runs, 2 hits. They lead 2 after half an inning. We're scoreless. Here from the Joe and Shakopee on PrepSpotlight.tv. Last summer's Emmy-nominated documentary Town Ball, Uniquely Minnesota, now available on Amazon Prime. Watch all 8 episodes and learn about the more than 100-year history of amateur baseball in Minnesota. Here we are at the Joe in Shakopee. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's set the LoGators defensively. In left, Levi Brenning. In center, Jack Cooter, and right, Ethan Mackey. Around the infield at third, Dylan Wilson. Bryce Nelson at short. John Koenig at second. Reed Conley at first. Matt Merrick, the head coach behind the plate. And lefty Jerry Gooley on the mound. More about Gooley in a moment. For the Mudhens, Joey Werner leads off. He's in center field. Tana Vavra at second, bats second. Derek Marks at third. He'll bat third. At first base, Ronnie Sweeney. He's in the cleanup spot, batting fifth. Nate Hammis, the catcher. Batting sixth in right field, Austin Ledoux. Batting seventh, the DH, Brian Sprout. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Max Morris. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Max Gam, for the number 6 ranked Miesville Mudhens. They are 14-7 on the year. Beat Coon Rapids in their opener, 5-0. We got Joey Werner. He had quite a day in that win over the Coon Rapids Redbirds. 3 for 5, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Wearing number 98 today for the Mudhens. Great pants, navy tops. Here's Jerry Gooley, the lefty. And Gooley, strike one. Gooley, 7 innings, all 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. One of them earned, 8 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody. And that convincing win over Victoria. And there's strike 2. So Gooley, a durable left-hander. Really been their go-to guy all season. Werner, 351 on the year. 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, 17 walks. So he's a guy who finds his way on base, setting the table for the Mudhens. And there's one that gets by Merrick, now 2-2. 2-2 to Werner. He's the leadoff man for the Mudhens here in the bottom of the first. What a great day for a ball game. Just phenomenal. Wind is blowing out. Not as strong as it was Friday night in game 1 of this second weekend. Here's one right back to Gooley. And Gooley will trot over there. Underhand to Conley, 1 away. 1-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Tanner Vavra. In the opener against Coon Rapids, 2 for 5 and had a run scored. Vavra versus dad was a longtime coach in the Twins organization and spent time in the major leagues. Joe Vavra playing at second base. This is a good Miesville lineup year in and year out. Here's one hit in the air to right. Coming over is Mock. He has it measured. 2 away. Fly ball to right. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Derek Marks. Marks playing at third base today. He was 0 for 4 in the state tournament opener. Marks 362 on the year. 21 hits, 15 RBIs, 3 doubles, 3 home runs. He's walked 7 times. Derek Marks in the 3-hole, trying to get things started for the Mudhens. Both teams in this game boast very good pitching. Even though Dickmeyer gave up 2 hits, still felt like he was in control of the inning. There's ball 1 down in the zone. Three and two now to Sweeney, and Sweeney works out a walk. Good at bat. Now back-to-back walks with 2 outs. And Miesville has runners at first and second. No score, bottom of the first. Now we had a little bit of a glitch. We are back. We apologize for that. You didn't miss anything other than a long at-bat by Ronnie Sweeney against Jerry Gooley, the LoGators starter. It's going to bring up number 5 hitter Nate Hammes. Hammes 2 for 4, 2 RBI in the win over Coon Rapids last weekend. Broken bat toward short, grab by Nelson. Long throw, got him, 6-3. Broken bat. Nelson hangs in there across the diamond to Connolly to beat or get Hammes. So no runs, no hits, 2 left, and after 1, we're still scoreless here on PrepSpotlight.tv. And welcome back to the Joe. We get started in inning number 2. And you can see Miesville started Jacob Dickmeyer taking his warm-up tosses. During the regular year, 5-1, 42 2/3 innings, 29 hits, 10 runs, only 6 earned. Struck out 17 and only walked 3. So phenomenal control for Dickmeyer. And he will face John Koenig, Bryce Nelson, and Dylan Wilson for the LoGators. And they are 6, 7, and 8. The 2020 Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity, Xfinity X1, the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone, and Wings Financial, were for people like you. Koenig 1 for 2 and 2 runs in that blowout win over the Vicks late on Saturday night. Looks at ball 1 as Dickmeyer misses down in the zone. And now there's a strike. Leadoff man here, top of the second for the LoGators. And here's one hit in the air to center field. Werner has it measured, backs up toward the 375 sign, and puts it away. So a long fly ball out for Koenig. And that'll bring up Bryce Nelson. 2 for 4, a double, 3 RBI, 3 runs scored for the LoGators shortstop. And, of course, he's in the lineup because Sam Riola, their leading hitter, and their shortstop, not available for duty, but he had a whale of a game against the Victoria Vicks. Nelson, 294 on the year. Oh, and 1 the count. Nelson, 5'8", 150 pounds. From Ham Lake, played at Blaine and then Concordia St. Paul. And we're actually headed for Concordia St. Paul. Here's one hit just foul. Marks over to look, but it is foul. And the count now 0-2 to the LoGators shortstop. If you haven't seen the LoGators play this year, they named the team after Low Country, South Carolina, alligators, LoGators. There you go. Here's one slap toward right, hanging up for Ledoux, and there's 2 away. Ellison hit it pretty well, but Ledoux had it measured. And with 2 away and nobody aboard, that'll bring up Dylan Wilson playing at third. 2 for 3, 3 RBI and a run in that win over the Vicks. Wilson, 250 this year. 68 at-bats, 17 hits, 6 RBI, 10 walks, struck out 6 times coming into the state tournament. But there's another guy that got it done at the bottom of the order. Here's one hit in the air, just beyond Vavra at second base and into right. That's the 3rd hit for the LoGators. They had back-to-back singles in the first. Those guys were stranded because Dickmeyer came back and struck out Maki and Connolly. Now Koenig a fly ball to deep center field. Nelson a line drive to right for an out. And now Wilson a single to right center. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Levi Brenning. 17 plate appearances in 2 years, 2 home runs. And he hits that one high and foul down the right field line and out of play. But that note from Matt Merrick, the head coach, starting catcher for the LoGators. 17 plate appearances over 2 years for Brenning. And he's got 2 bombs. Hometown, Coon Rapids hits one toward short. Gam gobbles it up. Throws on the run. In time. Good stretch by Sweeney. Brenning retired 6-3. So the Rebels, no runs, 1 hit. They leave one after 1.5. We are still scoreless here on PrepSpotlight.tv. We move right along. Bottom of inning number 2 coming up. And for the Mudhens, going to be 6, 7, and 8. Austin Ledoux, Brian Sprout, and Max Morris against Jerry Gooley. Gooley walked 2 in the first. And Gooley didn't walk anybody in 7 innings of work in that 7-inning win over Victoria. So 2 walks. And Marks had a good at-bat, and then Ronnie Sweeney really battled him to get a walk. But then Hammis grounded out to short to end the threat. So Ledoux 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk on weekend number 1 here at the State B at Joe Schlepper Stadium here in Shakopee. Gooley's first pitch is a strike, dropped by the catcher Merrick. You don't see that much. Drop first strike, but that was the case there. Merrick, a veteran's been around a long time. The head coach, very organized. Here's one hit towards short. Nelson on a hop, throws in time. Good strong throw. And Ledoux retired 6-3. Ledoux really getting down the line. Made it close. Now DH Brian Sprout for the Miesville Mudhens. 1 for 4. An RBI, a run scored. Of course, the home run. Played for the St. Paul Saints once upon a time. Sprout, a Woodbury guy. 1 away, nobody aboard, bottom of the second. First of 3 today from the Joe. And there's strike 1 from Jerry Gooley. Gooley from Maple Grove. And ultimately made his way to Duluth and St. Scholastica. There's a curveball just missing outside. The catcher, Matt Merrick, tried to frame that for the home plate umpire, and he wasn't buying any of it. 1-1, 1 away, nobody aboard, bottom of the second. Here's one hit high in the air on the infield. Dylan Wilson And now the shortstop, Bryce Nelson, takes over. So they were side by side, but Bryce Nelson made the put out. And with 2 away and nobody aboard, that'll bring up Max Morris. 2 for 3 and a walk. And that win over the Coon Rapids Redbirds on opening weekend. Morris playing in left field. And there's strike 1 at the letters. So Gooley was able to get the first 2 outs in the first and then gave up the 2 walks. Morris, another Woodbury guy. There's ball 1, 1-1. Gooley down in the zone, now 2-1. This is following a bit of a pattern. Gets 2 quick outs and then gets behind in the count. Gooley waiting for the sign and delivers. This one's hit in the air to center field and it'll drop off the end of the bat, but it drops in front of Jack Pooter in center field. And that is the first hit of the game for the Mudhens. And with 1 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the second, the number 9 hitter, shortstop Max Gamm. He had a good game against Coon Rapids, 2 for 4 and a run scored. Gamm, 300 on the year, 50 at-bats, 15 hits, a couple of doubles. And here's one hit toward short. Nelson up with it, throws on the run, got him, good play. Bryce Nelson, good throw on the run to get him. So the Mudhens get a hit, they leave 1, and after 2, we're still scoreless here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Last summer's Emmy-nominated documentary, Town Ball, Uniquely Minnesota, now available on Amazon Prime. Watch all 8 episodes and learn about the more than 100-year history of amateur baseball in Minnesota. Welcome back to the Joe. We move to the 3rd inning. And the LoGators set to bat against Miesville Mudhens starter Jake Dickmeyer. We go to the top of that LoGator order. Jack Pooter, Ryan Bruns, and Matt Merrick. Pooter lined out to short in inning number 1. Pooter from Blaine and headed for UMD. He'll be a Bulldog in his first year with the LoGators. A fair number of guys from Blaine on this Champlin Park team. Their home park is Noble Sports Park on Highway 610 in Brooklyn Park. You take 169 north to 610, hang a right, and you'll drive right by it. First pitch, a big swing and a miss by Pooter. As Gooley shows fastball and Pooter can't catch up. Coming up later, Elko and Cold Springs scheduled at 4. Here's a little flare down the left field line. It'll drop. Pooter around first. He'll be held to a long single as Max Morris, the left fielder, was on it quickly. But a leadoff single for the LoGators here in the 3rd, and that is their 4th hit of the ball game off Dickmeyer. And now that's going to bring up Ryan Bruns. He had a single, made it all the way to 3rd before he was stranded. Bruns, a veteran's been around for 14 years. Is from Ramsey. Went to Anoka High School, my alma mater. and then ended up in Duluth at St. Scholastica. But 14th year with the LoGators. And Pooter gets his lead over there. Dickmeyer throws over. He gets back, and then he hits him. And now they say it hit Bruns on the bat. Or that Bruns didn't try to get out of the way. I'm not sure. Well, they're talking about it down there. And now the umpires are going to get together. Bruns isn't afraid to take a pitch. And it looked like that one got him on the shoulder. Bruns hit by a pitch 10 times this year. And now the umpires meet up, and Bruns is going to stay in there. And the count is 0-1. And it'll be very interesting to see ultimately what the call was there. Because I think he got hit. But was it because he didn't try to get out of the way? Runner goes. That one fell to the screen. We'll do it again. 0-2 now the count to Bruns. So a little controversy in the scoreless game here in the third. The LoGators and the Mudhens. Winner here advances to play the two-time defending state B champs, Chanhassen, tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at the Joe. Catcher sets up outside. That's Hammes. And Bruns strikes out. Third strikeout of the game for Dickmeyer. One away, a runner still at first, and that'll bring up Matt Merrick, the catcher. He had a single in the first. He was stranded. And Merrick was on the on-deck circle and kind of came out toward the plate and talked to the umpire as well. Catcher sets up, setting a high target, and that one moves outside, ball one. It Hammes the catcher, Jacob Dickmeyer the pitcher. Sweeney holding the runner at first for the Mudhens. And that runner is Jack Pooter. Throw over there, and he dives back in. Curveball strike. He's got a good curveball and good slow curveball. And that was one where Merrick just kind of waited to see if that would catch the zone, and it did. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. And this one hit way up in the air. Hammes near home plate, and then the first baseman, Sweeney, comes in and makes the grab on the run. Dangerous play. But Merrick fouls out to the third baseman. Sweeney kind of crashed in the party and made the play. Pooter's still at first. That'll bring up Ethan Mackey. He struck out in the first inning. Fastball outside corner at the letters. 1-1 the count to the LoGators right fielder. There's one foul now, quickly 0-2. It's a leadoff single by Pooter. He's still at first. Run strikes out. Merrick pops out to the first baseman, Sweeney, but he caught it very close to home plate. 0-2 now. Dickmeyer's pitch way upstairs. That was eye level. And Mock, he wasn't going to offer at that one. There's one missing the zone. Now 2-2. Great day for a ball game. Low humidity, a breeze. Here's one smashed to left coming on. Morris, and slides and catches. Didn't get a great jump on it, but Morris made the play anyway. So the Rebels, or the LoGators, get a hit. They leave one, and after 2.5, we're still scoreless. They're on Prep Spotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on three at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
It is the bottom of the third, top of the Miesville order. Joey Werner, Tanner Vavra, and Derek Marks against LoGator starter Jerry Gooley. Gooley's given up a hit through two. They walked two in the first. The Mudhens have stranded three through 2 innings. Batting against the LoGators lefty Jerry Gooley. And Werner, a left-handed batter, grounded out to the pitcher in inning number 1. He's 0 for 1. There's one hit foul toward the parked cars. Really a great facility here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. And over the years, they continue to make improvements and host state tournament games. And big thanks to the entire staff here at the Joe for making us feel welcome here at PrepSpotlight.tv. Second weekend of the 3-weekend State B. Down in the zone, now 1-1. And so many people are needed to pull this off. You've got concessions and souvenirs, tickets, and then, of course, the grounds crew. Big swing and a miss. Cooley, a good curveball there. And we got two pitchers here in Gooley for Champlin Park and Dickmeyer for Miesville, who can really pull the string. It's fun. These guys aren't flamethrowers. They are pitchers. Werner, the leadoff man in the third. 1-2 pitch. Blocked in the dirt by Merrick. 2-2 now the count. They're around the zone. They change speeds. They're not real big guys. It is fun to see. You get to the major league level and these guys can throw it through a brick wall. Power on power. This has been fun to watch so far. There's another curveball missing inside. Now a full count. Good at bat for Joey Werner as he makes Gooley work. He's had plenty of rest. Pitched on Saturday night, and that 7-inning victory over Victoria. The LoGators rolled in that one. And it's a called strike 3 at the knees. Werner doesn't like it. He gets rung up. First strikeout for Gooley. Right at the knees. He was ready to take the walk and instead got rung up. That'll bring up Tanner Vavra. Fly ball to right in the first. Vavra playing at second base for the Mudhens today. Wilson at third, Nelson at short. Koenig at second. Conley at first for the LoGators. Merrick behind the plate. Gooley on the mound. Curveball way outside. That one got away from him, and Gooley knew it. Brenning in left, Pooter in center, and Maki in right. For Champlin Park, wearing that off-white. It's a good look. And here's one fouled to the screen, now 1-1. I've been here for both weekends of the State B, and we had one sneak over the netting. You've got a grandstand roof, and the netting goes up to it, but we had one hit in a good spot. It kind of trickled over that netting, but that's been it. Feel pretty safe back here. There's a fastball high and tight now, 2-1. 2-1 to Vavra. Miesville 7 overall state titles. They went back-to-back in 16 and 17, played for the title in 18, but got beat by Chan. And the Redbirds won the first of 2 in a row. There's one outside and low now, 3 and 1. The Redbirds winning titles in 18 and 19. So it has been a trend over the last 4 for teams to go back-to-back. Chanhassen still on track for the three-peat. Here's one hit in the air to center field coming on. Pooter can't get it. It'll drop. Second hit of the game for the Mudhens, and it comes with one out here in the third. And that'll bring up Derek Marks. Marks walked in the first. One of 2 walks given up by Gooley. He was left stranded at second base. Derek Marks 0 for 4 a week ago in the state tournament opener. And he looks at strike 1 from Gooley. Whoever certainly got speed and is a threat. Marks from Invergrove. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss, way up in his eyes. And now he's in an 0-2 hole. Maverick's been staying close. LoGators, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Miesville batting here in the third, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. They had a hit in the second, and now a hit here with 1 out in the third. Gooley, long look at the runner, and now he got time called. Kind of a stare down as Gooley, the lefty, looking over at Conley and the runner, Vavra. The old cat and mouse. Staring over there for a long time, and now delivers curveball way up high and outside. 1-2. You think with the pitching, Gooley for Champlin Park and Dickmeyer for Miesville, that runs will be at a premium today. That's how they're playing it early. Gooley continues to stare down. 1-2 pitch. And this one hit in the air. This is into right center field. Pooter over. Continues over toward the track and makes the catch. Throws behind the runner. And the runner tucked back in. That's Vavra. So a fly ball out to the gap in right center field. Pooter went a long way. Makes the catch. And now Ronnie Sweeney playing over at first. He had a walk in the first and, of course, did not play. And Sweeney made quite a play defensively, crashing in from third to catch a foul ball near home plate, just off the edge of the dirt to the right. 2 away, a runner on, bottom of the third. Gooley's pitch. And this one hit in the air to right center field. Pooter coming on, makes the catch. Side retired. So the Mudhens get a hit. They leave 1. And after 3 complete, we're still scoreless here on PrepSpotlight.tv. And we have some highlights from Class A and B action here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Enjoy.
Easy to come by. Here's a high fly into left field. Way back and gone. Brown takes his lead at first. The 2-2. Lifted in the air. Shortstop. Arnold backtracking. He's got it. And the Chanhassen Redbirds hold on.
Bain pauses. This one hit in the air. Shallow right field coming on. It falls! It falls! And Elko wins it 7-6.
9-6 Millers here in the ninth. Pushing pitches. Swung on. Off the end of the bat towards second base. Hansen has it. Tags the runner. Goes to first. And the Millers are state champions. As Jeff Miller grounds into a double play.
Well, how about the Minnetonka Millers beating the Minneapolis Cobras? The Cobras were the defending Class A champs. And the Millers come back and win another. They've dominated Class A over the years. We go to the fourth for the Champlin Park LoGators. It'll be 5, 6, and 7. Reed Conley, John Koenig, and Bryce Nelson against Jacob Dickmeyer. Dickmeyer has given up 3 hits. He has struck out 3. Actually, it should be 4 hits. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. I think we'll get that sorted out later, but I have 4 hits. Here's Conley, struck out to end the first. Playing at first base, hit one on the ground. Gam over, up, throws, got him. Peg to Sweeney in time. Quickly one away, and that'll bring up John Koenig. Koenig a fly ball to center field to start inning number 2. He is 0 for 1. Koenig wearing 16, playing at second base today. Simple, straightforward uniforms for the LoGators. Got the forest green helmets and socks, forest green numerals. Otherwise, just the white tops and white pants. Good look. Smashed foul outside of third. Way out in front of that one, now 1-1. For the Mudhens, in the outfield, Morris left, Werner in center, Ledoux in right. Around the infield, there's a swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Marks at third, Gam at short, Vavra at second, Sweeney over at first. Hammes behind the plate, and the right-hander Jacob Dickmeyer on the mound. Second straight start here in the state tournament. One of the guys they certainly lean on, and there's a strike. Second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Bryce Nelson. Fourth strikeout of the game for Dickmeyer. Nelson a fly ball to right field, inning number 2. He's 0 for 1. Some nice plays at shortstop for the LoGators. And there's one fouled back to the screen. He was on it, but straight back, strike 1. LoGators have not gone down 1-2-3 here in the ball game. Here we are in the fourth. Strike 2. Dickmeyer working quickly, gets that ball ready to go, stares in to Hammes for the sign. Outside low, 1-2. Tried to get him to chase, and Bryce Nelson was going to have none of it. Nelson hits one in the air into shallow right field. Tough spot, it'll drop. Vavra went out, couldn't get to it. Ledoux, the right fielder, no way he could get there. So the LoGators have had a hit in each inning. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 in the fourth. Should be 5 on the board for the LoGators. And now it'll bring up Dylan Wilson playing at third. He had a single in inning number 2. That one just down in the zone. Had the middle of the plate, but low. Ball 1. Runner goes. Here's one slapped in the air to left field. Morris over, makes the catch, and retires the side. So the LoGators, no runs, 1 hit. They leave one after 3.5. We are still scoreless here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Let's get you some highlights from Class C action.
Driven to the gap in left center field. This one lands. They throw to the plate. It's not in time. 4 and a walk. Runner going. Byer. And the pitch gets away. Byer coming home. There won't be a play. And Foley wins the game.
Sorensen delivers. It's hit hard to right. And that is going to be over his head.
delivers an RBI double. 0-2 pitch. Inside corner, strike 3. And that ends the game. He gets him on a called third strike. He had 2 called third strikes in the inning.
Ground ball up the middle. Great stop by the second baseman. Firing to first and got him. But guess what? The Prior League Mudcats have just taken the lead.
Pitch. Hit a long way. Deep. Looking back, and it is gone. And Matt Ambrose has opened this game up with a 3-run home run.
Welcome back to Joe Schlepper Stadium here in Shakopee, site of the State Class B Amateur Baseball Tournament. Phil McLaughlin on camera. My name is Steve Thompson. Thanks so much for joining us here on PrepSpotlight.tv today. Good ball game, Champlin Park and Miesville. And for the Mudhens, Nate Hammes, Austin Ledoux, and Brian Sprout, 5, 6, and 7 in the Mudhens order. 5-0 winners over Coon Rapids in the opener last weekend. And Gooley drops a curveball in strike 1. Gooley just 1 strikeout. Uncharacteristically, he's given up a couple of walks. Those came back to back in the first inning. And strike 2. Actually, (0-2) the count. Leadoff man here, Hammes the catcher. There's a ball outside 1-2. Trying to get Hammes to reach for one. Hammes grounded out to short in the first. He is 0 for 1. Gooley winds and delivers. Here's one at shortstop. Bryce Nelson, and he snares that line drive. One away. That'll bring up Austin Ledoux. He grounded out to short to lead off inning number 2. He is 0 for 1. Ledoux playing in right field. First pitch, strike 1, outside corner. Well, Hammes hit it pretty hard. And then Nelson, back on the edge of the grass, timed his leap beautifully. Went up and grabbed it. There's a big swing and a miss. High fastball. Kind of got it in Ledoux's kitchen, and he couldn't catch up. 0-2. Ledoux had an RBI and a walk in that win over Coon Rapids last weekend. There's one foul to the screen. Count rides along at 0-2. Minnesota Baseball Association proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along at their website at mnbaseball.org or join the Twitter feed at MinBaseball. That's at MINN Baseball on Twitter. 0-2. Outside 1-2. Both starters have been really doing a good job keeping teams off balance. There's a curveball outside, now 2-2. Tried to catch the edge. Ledoux wasn't biting. The home plate umpire wasn't biting. LoGators have other pitching options, but Gooley their preferred starter. There's one hit again to the shortstop off his glove. That was a smash off the glove of Bryce Nelson, and Ledoux reaches with one out. We'll see if that's the first error of the ball game. Hit him right on the heel of the glove. It had some spin on it, and it tied him up. And that's going to bring up Brian Sprout, the DH. Popped out to short for the second out of the second. Haven't seen it on the board yet. Miesville a hit in the second, a hit in the third. We give him a hit here. Here's a high fly ball to left. Brennan going back to the wall. Gone! A 2-run home run for Brian Sprout, and Miesville leads it 2-0. So LeDoux, the liner off the glove of the shortstop, and then Sprout, the 2-run bomb to left, and just like that, Miesville has a 2-0 lead. And here in the fourth, they double their hit total. Now 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 out, nobody on, and the batter, Max Morris, the left fielder. He had a single in the second.
Left fielder Max Morris.
Brenning to the fence, climbed the fence, but there was no way to bring that one back. Sweeney, his second home run of the state tournament, had a solo shot in that win over Coon Rapids. So Sprout, former St. Paul Saint, hits it over the wall and left. There's a curveball outside, now 2-0. There's a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Hard hit balls in this inning. There's another curveball upstairs, 3-1. Hamas, the line drive caught by Nelson. Then LeDoux, the line drive off the glove of Nelson, ruled a hit. And then the next pitch, Brian Sprout over the fence and left, a 2-run shot. There's another curveball, 3-2. Morris was going to take his base. Now the count is full. And Morris trying to get an explanation. Courteous conversation, we play on. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strikeout. Second of the game for Gooley. First swinging. Now 2 away, nobody aboard. Max Gam, the shortstop. He grounded out to short at inning number 2.
Shortstop Max Gam.
Gam from Woodbury, 5'11", 165, wearing 99. Werner at the top of the order wearing 98. You gotta like that. You don't see that a ton. Strike 1 to Gam here in the fourth. 2 in for the Mudhens. And there's ball 1, 1-1. Brian Sprout, the 2-run home run, and it is 2-0 Miesville. Gooley winds and delivers. Smash foul outside of third. Dylan Wilson over for a look, but it was well foul. And now the count's 1-2. As Gooley tries to get his team in the dugout and try and get some runs back. Gooley winds and delivers. Down in the dirt, blocked by Merrick. Now the count 2-2. Leadoff man Joey Werner waiting on deck. Werner 0 for 2 in the game, if we get that far. Two low, 3-2. Miesville making them work. There's ball 4 and a walk. Gooley gave up 2 walks back-to-back in the first. That is the 3rd walk of the game. Now a runner at first, 2 away, and Joey Werner. Werner from Vermillion, Minnesota, playing in center field. for the legendary Miesville Mudhens. There's one down in the dirt, blocked by Merrick. He pops out of there to keep that runner at first. One and 0 the count, 2 away. Runner at first. 2-run shot for Brian Sprout. So far the difference in the game. Gooley throw over to first, just a lob to Conley. And Gam ducks back in easily. This game started a minute early at 12:59, and we're coming up on 1 hour into the game. Runner goes, pitch to the plate, throw down to second, caught by Gooley. On the mound. So a stolen base by Gam, now a runner at second and 2 away. And the count 1-0 to Werner. So Miesville making a little noise here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We moved to inning number 5. Miesville leading at 2-0. Champlin Park coming to bat. 9, 1, and 2 in their order. Levi Brenning in left. Jack Pooter in center field and Ryan Bruns, the DH. LoGators, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. Miesville, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors. The 2 runs courtesy of the Brian Sprout 2-run home run. There's a foul ball out of play over toward the brats and the burgers. Lands in the trees. Had those burgers, grilled onions, $5. A bargain at $5. Brennan grounded out to short in the second. There's a swing and a miss, and he's behind. Jake Dickmeyer, the Miesville pitcher, 0-2. Leadoff man here in the 5th on a delightful day for a ball game. There's a swing and a miss, and he's gone. 5th strikeout in the game for Dickmeyer, 1 away. The batter will be center fielder Jack Pooter. Pooter lined out to short in the 1st, had a single in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. He's had 3 hits so far in the state tournament. Pooter, a future UMD Bulldog. There's a foul out of play. Strike 1. Coming up later on at 4 o'clock, Elko and Cold Spring. Elko beat Moorhead Mudcats 7-6. Cold Spring pounded Anoka 10-0, an 8-inning game. This one down in the zone, 1-1. And then the nightcap tonight, scheduled at 7. Dundas pounds out 23 hits in the 10-1 victory over Chaska. There's a swing. That caught the catcher. Look out. Nate Hammis is going to have to shake that one off. That may have got him in the hand. And then Moorhead Brewers beat the Prior Lake Jays 10-2. So Dundas And the Moorhead Brewers play the nightcap tonight. And then 2 tomorrow. At 1, the winner of this game plays 2-time defending champ Chanhassen. And then the winners of the later games today play tomorrow at 4. State tournament continues at the Joe with a game on Friday night, September 4th. And then, of course, games on Saturday. And then the championship game would be next Sunday, 8 days away. 1-2 pitch on the way, smashed into center field. Werner coming on, hardly had to move. Just a little bit to his left. That was scorched by Pooter, but right at his counterpart in center fielder, Joey Werner. That was a hard hit ball. And now with 2 away and nobody aboard for the LoGators in the 5th. Ryan Bruns, a DH, had a single in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd. Bruns tried to hit that one to Savage. And then he turns on one well into the parking lot. Look out. Bruns the DH, 2 big cuts, 0-2. Wow. And that first swing, he was trying to hit a 5-run home run with nobody on base. And then he swings and misses and falls down. Second strikeout of the inning, 6 in the game for Jake Dickmeyer. And the LoGators, for the first time in the game, go down 1-2-3 after 4.5. Miesville 2, Champlin Park 0 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Great day at the Joe. First game of 3 here from the State B Amateur Baseball Tournament. Steve Thompson along with camera operator Phil McLaughlin. Coming up for Miesville here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2, 3, and 4, Tanner Vavra, Derek Marks, and Ronnie Sweeney. Vavra a single in 2 trips. His single coming in the 3rd. It popped out to right in the 1st. Vavra to lead it off against Jerry Gooley, the LoGator right-hander. Here's one hit high in the air to left center field. This ball carrying deep, and it's caught at the fence. What a catch by Pooter. To the right of the 355 sign. Probably wouldn't have left the yard, but 1 away. Vavra quite a play there by Pooter. He and Brenning, the left fielder, converge. Pooter made the play. 1 away, nobody aboard. Derek Marks. A walk in the 1st, fly ball to center in the 3rd. He is 0 for 1. Looks at strike 1 from Gooley. But Gooley a little tough luck an inning ago. Had a line drive off the glove of Bryce Nelson at shortstop. It's ruled a hit. Next pitch, a 2-run home run. For Brian Sprout. Now 1-1. to Marks. Big swing and a miss, now 1-2. Been a good ball game so far. Miesville batting bottom of the fifth, slap foul toward their dugout. Didn't hit anybody. A couple of guys out of that Miesville dugout. Ronnie Sweeting waiting on deck. Austin Ledou's over there. Nobody got hit by it. Count rides along at 1-2. Cooley down in the dirt, 2-2, blocked by Merrick. The catcher and head coach for the LoGators. That one nub foul. Reached for it, just got a piece of it to stay alive. Count rides along at 2-2. First, we had coverage of the Class A. We saw highlights earlier in the ball game as the Minnetonka Millers win another title. Class C action continues here on PrepSpotlight.tv. So a lot going on. That one ripped foul down the third baseline toward that LoGator bullpen. There's someone standing down in the bullpen for the LoGators. Can't get a number, but there is activity. So we don't know how much longer they're going to stick with Gooley. He's the starter. Got an out here in the fifth. And a 2-2 pitch coming to Marks. Gooley staring in. Now delivers curveball. Hit in the air to left field, and that's going to drop for a hit. Brennan couldn't get to it. Pooter couldn't get to it from center field. So hit number 5 for Miesville with one out. And that'll bring up Ronnie Sweeney. Walked in the first, fly ball to center field in the third. And Sweeney's a dangerous hitter. In the cleanup spot for Miesville. Didn't play in the tourney opener against Coon Rapids. Left-hander Gooley against the left-handed hitting Ronnie Sweeney. That is ball one. And we see another lefty down in that LoGator bullpen down the left field line. Haven't been able to grab a number. From the stretch, 1-0, smash down the right field line, down for a hit. Over to pick it up, Maki in the corner. He'll hold Sweeney to a long single, but Miesville has runners at the corners and one out here in the fifth. Marks around second all the way to third. Sweeney at first, back-to-back hits with one out, and now it's catcher Nate Hammes. Hammes, a ground out to short in the first, a line out to short in the fourth. He's 0 for 2. Miesville a hit in the second, a hit in the third, 2 in the fourth, including the 2-run homer for Sprout. And now back-to-back one-out hits here in the fifth. Sweeney gets a really good lead over at first. And the pitch way outside, strike, or ball one. Fastball outside, missing the mark. Hammes had a good opener against the Redbirds, 2 for 4, and 2 RBIs last Sunday in Miesville's win. They played the early game Sunday here at the Joe. 1-0, curveball upstairs, they throw behind the runner, blocked by Connolly. Nice block by first baseman Reed Conley. And that was textbook. He just went down and put his body in front of it. Was not going to let it get by him, and that saved a run. Two 2-0 the count. Runners at first and third. Here's one hit in the air to center field. Pooter has it measured. Runner from third tags. He comes to the plate and scores. That's Derek Marks. 3-0 Miesville. On a slack fly, RBI by Nate Hammes. Sweeney's still at first, 2 away, and the batter's Austin Ledoux. He grounded out to short in the second, had a single, and scored on the 2-run homer by Brian Sprout. He is 1 for 2.
Right fielder, Austin Ledoux.
Ledoux wearing number 24. Out of Hastings, 6'1", 185. That's right, throws right. First pitch, laced down the left field line, and gone! Right down the line over the 330 sign, a 2-run shot for Ledoux, and Miesville leads at 5-0.
Once again, time to reload. $50 for everyone on it. I'm going to go to the Champlin High School Baseball Coaches Association and a picture of beer or pie. This right, Austin Ledoux, Champlin Gold.
Second 2-run homer of the game for the Mudhens. Now it's Ledoux. That'll bring up D.H. Brian Sprout, who had a 2-run homer an inning ago. 5-0 Miesville. First pitch swinging, hit in the air, into shallow right center field. Coming on, Pooter makes the catch to retire the side, but damage done. 3 runs, 3 hits, nobody left, and after 5, Miesville leading Champlin Park. 5-0 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
Miesville in the bottom half of the fifth. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left.
You can see the grounds crew out there getting things organized after 5 innings of play and do tremendous work getting this facility ready. They had a game Friday night. 3 more today, 2 tomorrow. And I mentioned all the volunteers and all the folks here at the Joe and the work they put in. It is just a great setting for this state tournament. We can't thank them enough for their friendly hospitality. And I can't thank camera operator Phil McLaughlin enough. Phil doing a great job as always. I just have 1 game today. Eric Murphy in for the other 2. Phil will go all the way today on the camera for us here on Prep Spotlight. Jacob Dignayer begins his 6th inning of work, and he will face 3, 4, and 5 for the LoGators. Merrick Mackey and Conley. His catcher, Nate Hammes. Two-run home runs for Miesville. And they're up 5-0. Here's Merrick, the catcher. Single in the first. Popped out to first in the third. But that's a little misleading. It was closer to home plate. The catcher was there, Hammes. Sweeney came flying in and made the play. 1-1 to Merrick. LoGators trying to get on the board here. They had the big 12-2 win over Victoria in 7 innings in the opener last Saturday night. Late game got started about 9 o'clock. Here's one that skips to the backstop. 2-1 now the count to Merrick. There's one at the letters, now 2-2. Merrick, the leadoff man and catcher and head coach. 1 for 3 in the tournament opener. Here's hit in the air to right field. Over Ledoux, makes a running catch toward the line. He actually headed toward the line and then toward the foul pole before hauling that one in. Hit well by Merrick, but it's an out. One away, nobody aboard. Ethan Mackey, the right fielder, struck out in the first, and a fly ball to left in the third.
Right fielder, Ethan Mackey.
Between games, crowds exit, players exit, then the new group of fan comes in. Fly ball into right field, cruising over and dropping the ball is Ledoux. Ledoux and Werner from center converged in right center field. Ledoux couldn't come up with it and it falls in. That'll probably be an error on the right fielder, Austin Ledoux. We haven't seen it pop up on the board yet. I'm thinking it'll be the first error in the ball game, and it is. And that'll bring up Reed Conley, struck out in the first and grounded out to short to lead off the fourth. 0 for 2. Jacob Dickmeyer's pitch with run on, curveball inside. Conley just got out of the way of that curveball. Ball one. And he's got a really good slow curve. It's fun to watch. Here's one fouled to the screen, and now 0-2. And what makes Dickmeyer so successful is he can throw that slow curve in any situation, and then he can come back with a pretty good fastball. So the change in speeds is so dramatic. One on, one out, 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air to left field. Conley got all of it. Say goodbye. Woo! Conley a bomb to left, and it's 5-2. Mackey scores ahead of him. So the error, and then Conley unloads here at the Joe. The third two-run homer of the game, the first for the LoGators. And now with nobody on and one out, the batter's John Koenig playing at second base. He's 0 for 2. Fly ball to center in the second. Struck out in the fourth. Here's one hit high in the air to right center field. Center fielder comes on, and there's a collision and the ball drops. Werner and Ledoux collide and the ball falls. They didn't hit hard, but miscommunication in right center field. And that allows Koenig to get all the way to second base. Another error in the Miesville outfield. And that's going to bring up Bryce Nelson. And now trotting out is Chris O'Lean to visit with his pitcher, Jacob Dickmeyer, more or less to settle him down. Because by all rights, the fly ball by Mackey should have been caught. Then Conley unloads. That's going to happen. But it turns out to be a two-run home run. And we've got another error in the outfield, and Koenig's standing on second base. So 2 runs on the 2-run home run, 2 errors on the Mudhens in the inning. Visit to the mound over. And now it's Bryce Nelson. He has a hit and 2 trips. Fly ball to right in the second and a single in the fourth. So the LoGators, some life here in the sixth. And the pitch hit high in the air, just into shallow left field. Shortstop Gam out there and puts it away. Now 2 away and a runner at second. That'll bring up Dylan Wilson playing at third. Single in the second, fly ball to left, coming in inning number 4. He has 3 hits in the state tournament, 2 in the opener against Victoria, and 1 in inning number 2 today. LoGators 6 hits. And the pitch. This one hit in the air to center field, coming on, Werner, and makes a running catch to retire the side. But the LoGators get 2 on the 2-run home run by Reed Conley. They leave 1, and after 5.5, Miesville leading Champlin Park 5-2 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion, the excitement, the memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community, connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
Three home runs in the ball game. 2 2-run home runs for Miesville. Brian Sprout in the 4th. Austin Ledoux in the 5th. For the LoGators, Reed Conley, a big 2-run home run in the 6th. We're at 5-2 going to the bottom of the 6th. Max Morris, Max Gam, and Joey Werner. And we have a new pitcher for the LoGators. Alex Winslow in relief of Jerry Gooley.
Miesville in the bottom half of the 6th. Left fielder Max Morris.
Winslow, another left-hander. So it's Morris. Single in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 4th. We'll try to get you some info on Winslow. Second left-hander to work in the game for the LoGators. 2-0, 7 games this year, 16 innings, 14 hits, 15 strikeouts, and 4 walks. ERA 3.37. Winslow from Blaine, and this one hit hard into left center field, but Pooter cruising to his right makes the catch. Good running catch. Well, Morris hit it hard, but it's allowed out to lead off the 6th, and that'll bring up Max Gam at shortstop. Grounded out to short in the 2nd. Walked and stole a base in the 4th. He is 0 for 1. Gam wearing the 99. I wonder if it's in honor of Wayne Gretzky. Nobody on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a bunt. Off the mound, Winslow. Pops, fires. Not in time. Infield hit. Well, that was a perfect bunt. Winslow really made a good play, popping off the mound, wheeling and firing, but it wasn't in time, so a 1-out hit. Hit number 8 in the game for Miesville, and they lead at 5-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order, Joey Werner. Ground out to the pitcher, a strikeout, and a ground out to second. He's 0 for 3. Werner, the leadoff man for the Miesville Mudhens. Winslow's pitch down in the dirt, blocked by Merrick. Gam certainly a threat to run. But a beautiful bunt single by Max Gam. Just down to the left to the pitcher's mound. And now we got to throw over to first, and he gets back easily. 1-0 the count to Werner. And another quick throw by the left-hander, not in time. 2 umpires here for the state tournament, 1 behind the plate and 1 out there, as you can see, behind and to the right of the mound, second base side of the mound. Winslow's pitch, and that's ripped into right field, a base hit. 9th hit of the game for the Mudhens. Now runners at first and second, and 1 out. Gam at second, Werner at first. First hit of the game for Werner. That'll bring up Tanner Vavra. He's 1 for 3. Fly ball to right, single in the third, and then robbed on a long fly ball to left center field. Jack Pooter caught it up against the fence. A phenomenal defensive play. Vavra put a charge in it. Probably wouldn't have gone out of here, but Pooter made the catch up against the fence in left center field, just to the right of the 355 sign. Pitch here, curveball, outside low, and Merrick's going to trot out there and visit with his pitcher. (5-2) ball game, bottom of the 6th, first of 3. Coming up at 4, Elko and Cold Spring. And then Dundas and the Moorhead Brewers in the nightcap. The winner of this game will get Chanhassen tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Chan holds off Northfield 5-4. Little flare over toward first. Conley backs up and grabs it. So Vavra retired. And with 2 away and runners at first and second, that'll bring up Derek Marks. Walked in the first, fly ball to center in the third. Singleton scored in the 5th. So Marks 1 for 2 with the walk in the ball game and a run scored. Miesville 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 3 in the 5th. And they have a threat here with 2 outs in the 6th. Alex Winslow in relief for Jerry Gooley. It has pitch inside, ball 1. I couldn't think of anything else I'd rather be doing right now than sitting at a ball game here at the Joe. It is great. Here's one right back up the middle, knocked down by Koenig, and Koenig the short way to short. Well, that almost hit the pitcher. Koenig grabs it, flips it to Nelson, and the lead runner, Werner, or I should say the trail runner, Werner, retired 4-6. So, Miesville held scoreless. They get 2 hits. They leave 2. And after 6 complete, Miesville leading Champlin Park 5-2 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. On to the top of the 7th inning. Miesville, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Champlin Park, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Jacob Dickmeyer out to start his 7th inning of work. And scheduled to bat, number 9, Levi Brenning in left. Jack Pooter, the leadoff hitter in center field, and Ryan Bruns, the DH. But I think we could be getting a pinch hitter here. And it looks like it's going to be Jeff Hoyer. Jeff Hoyer to pinch hit. Hoyer was in the starting lineup against Victoria in the state tournament opener, and then he got injured in a wakeboarding accident, hamstring injury. But he is going to dig in here. Hoyer, one of the veterans. Grew up in Birkeland Park, went to Champlin Park High School, then to St. Cloud State. 9th year with the LoGators. So Hoyer, the pinch hitter here for Brunning, who's playing out and left. Strike 1, then ball 1 to Hoyer. Now 2-1. Hoyer's got some pop. 2-1. Now 2-2. Grandstand umpires didn't like that. Poyer 262 on the year. Home run, 4 RBIs. Smash to first, grabbed by Sweeney. He'll take it himself. Poyer not moving real well, didn't even bother. 3 unassisted on the putout. 1 away, nobody aboard. And that'll bring up center fielder Jack Pooter. Lined out to shortstop in the first, had a single in the third, and then lined out to center field in the fifth. So he's hit the ball hard today, but only has 1 hit to show for it. A leadoff man and center fielder for the LoGators. Dickmeyer's pitch. Hit in the air again to center field, carrying deep. Werner goes back to the track, makes the catch, and then bumps up against the batter's eye in the center field fence. So Pooter again hit it really hard, but Werner was able to run it down. And now with 2 away and nobody aboard, that'll bring up DH Ryan Bruns. The LoGators have gone down 1-2-3 once in the game to Jake Dickmeyer, and that came in the 5th. Bruns a single in the first, and then struck out in the 3rd and in the 5th. Dickmeyer has 6 strikeouts in the ball game today, and there is strike 1 outside corner. 5-2 ball game, Miesville. This one hit high in the air into center field. Coming out, Werner makes the catch and retires his side. LoGators go 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th, and it is stretch time here at Joe Schlepper Stadium.
3 up and 3 down, and Streetfield down. Let's get up. Here we go, folks. It's stretch time. Take the outfield ball game.
All right, stretch time here. Miesville set to bat in the bottom of the 7th inning, leading at 5-2. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Champlin Park, 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Cleanup hitter Ronnie Sweeney, followed by Nate Hammis and Austin Ledoux for the Mudhens. Sweeney in the game, a walk in the first, fly ball to center in the 3rd, a single, and a run scored on the 2-run home run by Ledoux. Here's one hit foul toward the Miesville dugout, and that is strike 1. Great day, nice breeze, sunshine, low humidity. Couldn't be better on a Saturday afternoon. Winslow's pitch hit high in the air out toward shortstop. The shortstop, Nelson, grabs it, 1 away. So Sweeney is retired. And with 1 away and nobody aboard, that'll bring up catcher Nate Hammis. Hammis a ground out to short in the 1st, a line out in the 4th, and then the sac fly RBI in the 5th.
Catcher Nate Hammis.
Hammis had 2 hits in that win over Coon Rapids on opening weekend here at the state tournament.
44.
This one hit in the air to right center field. On the move, Pooter to the fence. Off the fence. Couldn't get it. He retrieves, throws it into the infield. That'll be a double. And Pooter may be injured. He slammed into the fence out there trying to make the grab. A 1-out double for Hammis. And that'll bring up Austin Ledoux. Hit that 2-run home run in inning number 5. He had a single and a run scored in the 4th. and grounded out to short in the second. And now we got a pinch runner coming into the game. Steve Maher from Burnsville. After that booming double off the right center field fence, Pooter's going to stay in the game. He's out there kind of a little bit disgruntled that he didn't get to that one, but that he had to go a long way to the wall in right center field near the flagpole. And now it's Ledoux, who's had a big day at the plate today. There's one upstairs from Winslow, ball one.
Steve Bonner, 19, in the second.
There's a pitch on the outside corner. Now 1-1. Miesville a 2-run shot in the fourth and a 2-run home run in the fifth. They lead at 5-2. They now have 10 hits in the ball game. There's a fastball inside. Ball 2, 2-1. There's one line foul, well foul down the third baseline. Over toward that LoGator bullpen, it's quiet. The Miesville bullpen is quiet down the right field line. Count 2-2. One away, runner at second here in the bottom of the seventh. The winner here plays two-time defending Class B champ Chanhassen tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. Winslow in relief for Jerry Gooley. Swing and a miss, strikeout. Good pitch. First strikeout for Winslow. And just the third for LoGator pitching. That'll bring up DH Brian Sprout. He had that 2-run shot in the fourth. He grounded out, or I should say, popped out to shortstop in the second, and a fly ball to center field in the fifth. Brian Sprout, the DH, homered in the state tournament opener against Coon Rapids. Looks at strike one. That's a pretty good state tournament so far. LoGators go with all lefties here against Miesville. Here's hitting the air right side of the infield. Conley has it measured on the outfield grass and puts it away. So, Miesville, no runs, a hit, the double by Hammes. He's left stranded. And after 7 complete, the Mudhens lead the LoGators 5-2 here on PrepSpotlight.tv.
What's special about high school sports? The passion. The excitement. The memories.
Down on 3 at the buzzer. Good! It's good! Du Bois wins it for the Rebels.
It's about impacting your community. Connecting your business to this audience. This is where your customers live, where they shop. This is their circle of life. This is where your business should be. Connect with your best potential customers. This is your invitation. Get in the game.
We move to inning number 8 here at the Joe and Shakopee. Second weekend of the State B Amateur Baseball Tournament. And the Minnesota Baseball Association proud to present the 2020 state tournaments. Follow along on their website at mnbaseball.org or join the conversation on Twitter at MinBaseball. That's at MINN Baseball on Twitter. Here come the LoGators in the top of the 8th, trailing 5-2. Matt Merrick, Ethan Mockey, and Reed Conley due to bat against pitcher Jacob Dickmeyer. First pitch swung on into right field. Did somebody catch it? No. For the third time in the game, we've had trouble out in right field and right center fielder for the Miesville Mudhens. Vavra out, Werner in from center, Ledoux in from right, and the ball ultimately drops. I don't know if that's going to be ruled an error or a hit. It is going to go as a hit for Merrick. Merrick, the catcher, will come out. He'll get a pinch runner, and that'll bring up Ethan Mackey. So all sorts of trouble in right field. They've had 2 errors, and now that hit falls in. Vavra trying to shake off something in his left hand in that collision. Nobody comes out of the ball game. And now it's Mackey to bat. And he slaps one well foul out of play on the right side. Strike 1. Mackey struck out in the first, fly ball to left. Reached on an error, one of those errors out in right field, and scored a run. Scored ahead of Connolly in the 2-run home run. Here's one hit high in the air in the infield. Marks in, fights the wind a bit, and puts it away near the pitcher's mound, and one away. So Mackey retired on a fly ball in the infield. And now with one away and a runner on board, Reed Connolly, he hit that moonshot home run to left, accounting for the 2 runs for the LoGators. Connolly had struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the fourth, and then unloaded on a Dick Meyer pitch. That was way out of here. There's a curveball on the outside corner, strike 1. That ball probably goes out in the old Comerica Park before they built the bullpen. That was crushed. There's one down in the dirt. Catcher Hammes pounces on it, keeps that runner down at first base. And Phil McLaughlin, our camera operator, noted Max Morris, the left fielder, didn't move. There's a big swing and a miss. Conley wanted to do it again and came up empty, 1-2. And I'll have to go back to the replay to hear the crack of the bat on that one because it was. There's a curveball by Dick Meyer, just missing. He wanted it badly and didn't get it. 2-2 now. We've had some well-hit balls in the game, but that was a no-doubter, and he gets Connolly there on a curveball. He strikes out. 7 strikeout for Dick Meyer, 2 away, runner at first, and the batter is John Koenig. Koenig, a fly ball to center, struck out looking in the 4th, and reached on an error in the 6th. LoGators running out of time in this one. Here in the top of the 8th inning, trailing Miesville 5-2. Winner of this ball game gets Chan Ants and Dick Meyer a fastball way upstairs, ball 1. That game tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The 2-time defending champ Redbirds have been walking a tightrope. They beat St. Michael. Game started a week ago Friday night. Finished last Sunday night. They hold off St. Michael 7-5. And then they hold off Northfield 5-4. The Knights made them sweat in the 9th. This one high and tight, 2-1. But Chan is along to a game tomorrow. And there's a strike. Dick Meyer went all 9 in that win over Coon Rapids. 4 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. And he's just cruising along here. Here's a fly ball over toward that bullpen. Good hustle over there by Derek Mark. There is a lot of foul territory here at the Joe, especially get outside of the dugouts over toward those bullpens. There is a lot of room, and there's quite a bit of room behind home plate because of the way the grandstand is configured, especially as you get over toward the dugouts. 330 down both lines, 355 to the power alleys. This one hit in the air to center field. Werner has a line on it and puts it away. So the LoGators get a leadoff single. He is left stranded. And after 7.5, Miesville leading Champlin Park 5-2 here on PrepSpotlight.tv. We move to the bottom of the eighth. Alex Winslow in relief. Jarek Gooley for the Champlin Park LoGators. And they're going to try and hold down the Miesville Mudhens batting in the home half of the eighth inning. Max Morris, Max Gam, and Joey Werner scheduled to bat 8, 9, and 1. Miesville, two-run homer in the fourth, a two-run homer in the fifth, and another run. And they lead it 5-2. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. Champlin Park, 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Morris a single in the second, struck out in the fourth, and lined out to center field in the sixth. He is 1 for 3. And Winslow's done a pretty good job since coming in relief with Gooley, another left-hander, and strike one. Outside corner at the letters. LoGators really have a good future in a tough league, the Metro Mini, where it's Blaine a perennial power. They were knocked off, lost 2 straight times to St. Michael, a big upset. St. Michael pushed Janhasen to the limit here. This one hit in the air into shallow center field. LoGators converge coming on Pooter. He's had a really good game in center field. One away. Pooter's made a catch in the left center field fence, robbing Tanner Vavra of extra bases. And now it's Max Grimm. Grimm grounded out to short in the second, walked in the fourth, stole a base, and had a single in the sixth. 1 of 10 Mudhens hits. Winslow gets the outside corner, strike one. Good fastball there. Joey Werner waiting on deck, the leadoff hitter for Miesville, playing in center field. Gam, of course, a shortstop. There's a swing and a miss, strike two. Miesville has not been retired 1-2-3 in the ball game. They've had a runner in every inning today. Here's one hit high in the air. This out into shallow center field. Falling, catching is Bryce Wilson, the shortstop. 2 away, nobody aboard. Nelson had to come a long way. Pooter was coming on. Koenig at second was out there. But Bryce Nelson reels it in. And now Werner. Werner grounded out to the pitcher in the first, struck out in the third, grounded out to second in the fourth, and then had a single in the sixth. 1 for 4 and 4 trips for Werner playing in center field. And he looks at strike one. Winslow's pitch. Another strike on the edge. Late call from the home plate umpire, 0-2. This one hit high in the air to right field. Maki has it measured and puts it away. And Miesville goes 1-2-3 for the first time in the ball game today. After 8 complete, The Miesville Mudhens 5, the Champlin Park LoGators 2. Here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Here we go to the top of the ninth inning. Miesville leading at 5-2, and Jacob Dickmeyer still on the mound, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits. He's had 2 costly errors behind him. He has struck out 7, and he has done a phenomenal job and looking to go the distance for the second game in a row here in the state tournament. Went all 9 in that win over Coon Rapids. No runs, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts, and a walk. Here's Dickmeyer to take on Bryce Nelson, Dylan Wilson. And this one hit in the air to right field. Coming in is Ledoux, makes a catch near the line. Quickly one away. Gonna bring up Dylan Wilson. Bryce Nelson had a single in the 4th. Now 1 for 4. 1 away, nobody aboard. And it is the LoGators' third baseman, Dylan Wilson. He had a single in the 2nd, fly ball to left in the 4th, and a fly ball to center in the 6th. 1 for 3, and LoGators down to their final 2 outs. And they need base runners down by 3. Dickmeyer winds, delivers. Here's a little nubber out to the mound. That's a foul ball actually off Dylan Wilson, and that hurts. He's going to walk it off. The home plate umpire kind of goes out, checks the ball, buys everybody a little time. Catcher Nate Ham says, "You all right, buddy?" Just a great day at the ballpark. Still 2 to go at 4. Elko and Cold Spring. Nightcap, Dundas, and Moorhead Brewers. There's a comebacker. Dickmeyer shovels over to Sweeney. And now the Miesville Mudhens 1 out away from advancing. And it'll be Jeff Hoyer again. Hoyer came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th and was retired on a ground ball. Hamstring injury. He started a week ago in the win over Victoria, and then he got injured this week. And now we'll try and keep the game alive. Big cut back to the screen, strike 1. And with Jake Dickmeyer pitching, Miesville on their way to 0-2. Hoyer hits one high in the air. It's on the infield, left side. Marks has it. Catches, and the Miesville Mudhens defeat the Champlin Park LoGators 5-2. He retires the LoGators 1-2-3 in the 9th. He goes the distance for the win. Highlights for Miesville: 2-run homer for Brian Sprout in the 4th, a 2-run homer for Austin Ledoux in the 5th. Meanwhile, for Champlin Park, Jerry Gooley takes the loss. They got a long 2-run homer to left from Reed Connolly. Miesville, 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. Champlin Park, 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. It is a final. Game 1 of the day here at Jack Schlepper Stadium in Shakopee. Miesville will advance to play Jannehassen tomorrow at 1 o'clock here at the Joe. Still to come, Elko and Cold Spring at 4. And then tonight at 7, Dundas and the Moorhead Brewers. Big thanks to everyone here at Joe Schlepper Stadium. Big thanks to everyone with the Minnesota Baseball Association. And, of course, thanks to our camera operator, Phil McLaughlin, for putting up with me Friday night. And then again today, Eric Murphy takes over. We invite you to stay tuned for more Class B state tournament action here on PrepSpotlight.tv. Have a great day from everyone here at PrepSpotlight.tv.
The 2020 Class B Minnesota Amateur Baseball Tournament is brought to you in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association and presented to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 is the hub for all things sports with the Xfinity Sports Zone. And Wings Financial. We're for people like you.